Hello friends, welcome to the video lessons on electronic measuring instruments. In today's class, I am going to discuss about DC voltmeters and about multiplier resistor, extending the range of the DC voltmeter, design of multi-range voltmeters, and if time permits, I will discuss loading effect of voltmeters also. Before we go to the present topic, let me recollect what all we have studied till now. First, we have seen what is a suspension galvanometer. We have seen its construction details. Next, we have seen the basic PMMC movement, its construction details, principle of operation. Next, a DC ammeter making use of the PMMC movement, and design of a DC ammeter, design of multi-range DC ammeter in two different types. The DC ammeter, the multi-range DC ammeter using arc and shunt is widely used in commercial applications. Now, let us go to the next topic, DC voltmeters. As I told in the beginning itself, voltmeter is always connected in parallel to that portion of the network across which the voltage is to be measured. So quite naturally, when an instrument is placed in parallel to a part or to a portion of the network, then most of the current will flow through the network component, and some of the current will also flow through the voltmeter, which is connected in parallel to the network component. Now, we know that the internal resistance of the basic PMMC movement will provide only for IM current. That means it can allow only rated current. I mean, it can withstand only rated current of the basic PMMC movement. Now, if excess current starts flowing from the network into the voltmeter, then there is a possibility that the basic d'Arsonval movement in the voltmeter gets damaged permanently. In order to prevent the damage of the basic PMMC movement used in the voltmeter, we use a current limiting resistance in series with the basic PMMC movement. This current limiting resistance connected in series is called as a multiplier resistance or simply a multiplier. So, a multiplier is a resistance connected in series with the basic PMMC movement of the voltmeter in order to prevent the damage of the basic movement due to excessive currents supplied or flowing from the network across which it is connected for measuring the voltage. Now, if you look at this circuit, here are the two terminals, positive and negative. That means, in fact, to the left of these terminals is a portion of the network across which the voltage is to be measured, and that source voltage is given as V. V is the voltage that is to be measured in a portion of the network or across a portion of the network. Now, if the meter has to read this V volts, then we need a resistance Rs, a current limiting resistance. Now, using the KCL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, here the loop is closed and a current of Im is flowing through this loop. Now, we can write V is equal to I into Rm plus Rs, or writing separately, V is equal to Im Rs plus Im Rm. Here, the addition of a series resistor Rs or a multiplier converts the basic d'Arsonval movement into a DC voltmeter as shown in figure. Multiplier limits the current through the movement so as not to exceed the value of full-scale deflection current, IFSD, or commonly known as Im. A DC voltmeter measures the potential difference between 2 points in a DC circuit. Therefore, it is connected across the source of EMF. Across the source of EMF. The meter terminals are marked plus and minus. So, meter positive terminal should be connected to the positive of the network, and meter negative terminal should be connected to the negative of the network. This is what I have explained. Applying Kirchhoff's voltage law, V is equal to Im into Rs plus Rm, and can also be written as Im Rm plus Im Rs, where Im is the full-scale deflection current of the movement, Rm is the internal resistance of the movement, and Rs is the multiplier resistance. V is the full-scale voltage of the instrument. Now here I have to find out the value of Rs for a given voltage. to be measured. So here, rearranging this equation, I can write this as V minus IMRM, that is taking IMRM to the left hand side. V minus IMRM is equal to IMRS. In this IMRS, if I take IM to the left hand side once again, then you can write the expression as V minus IMRM by IM is equal to RS. The same is being given here. RS is equal to V minus IMRM by IM. When I separate this into two fractions, this can also be written as V by IM minus IMRM by IM. IM gets cancelled out, so only RM is left out. So finally the expression for the multiplier resistance RS is equal to V by IM minus RM. Next, sensitivity of a voltmeter. The sensitivity of a voltmeter is given in ohms per volt. It is the reciprocal of the full scale deflection current. We know the full scale deflection current of the basic movement used. So obviously, based on the full scale deflection current, the sensitivity of the meter will change. For a given full scale deflection current, the sensitivity for a voltmeter remains constant. Now, sensitivity is 1 by IFSD and it is given as RS plus RM by V. This can be verified from here. IM is nothing but IFSD. So what is IM? Taking RS plus RM to the left hand side, it will come to the denominator. So IM is equal to V by RS plus RM. Now the sensitivity is reciprocal of the full scale deflection current. So 1 by RM is RS plus RM by V. That is what is given here. RS plus RM by V. Now, if I take this V to the left hand side, S into V, that is sensitivity into full scale, full range voltage of the voltmeter is equal to multiplier resistance plus meter resistance. Now from this equation, we can arrive at the conclusion as RS is equal to, taking RM to the left hand side, S into V, that is sensitivity multiplied with full range voltage of the DC voltmeter minus RM. So using this expression, we can easily find out what is the value of multiplier resistor required to use the basic PMMC movement as a voltmeter with a full range value of V. Similarly, if we see for a ammeter, of course we have discussed in the last class, ammeter is, in ammeter the shunt resistance is placed in parallel to the basic movement. So in that case, what happens? Im into Rm is equal to ISH into RSH. Im is nothing but IFSD. IFSD into Rm is equal to ISH into RSH. So here also the sensitivity is 1 by IFSD. So obviously its value is given as Rm by ISH minus RSH. Now let us try to look at a simple problem. Calculate the sensitivity of a 200 microampere meter movement which is to be used as a DC voltmeter. Which is to be used as a DC voltmeter. Now by definition, what is the sensitivity? It is the reciprocal of the full scale deflection current. Full scale deflection current is given as 200 microamperes. So obviously sensitivity is equal to 1 by 200 microamperes, which comes out to be 5 kilo ohms per volt. Quite simple, isn't it? Let us try another example. Calculate the value of multiplier resistance on the 50 volts range of a DC voltmeter that uses a 200 microamperes meter movement with an internal resistance of 100 ohms. Full scale deflection current is given as 200 microamperes. So obviously the sensitivity is 1 by 200 microamperes, that is 5 kilo ohms or 5000 ohms per volt. And we have already seen the expression for Rs, the multiplier resistance, is equal to S into V minus Rm. Here, Rs is equal to S into V minus Rm. This we have to remember. S into V minus Rm. S is 5000, V is 50 volts, and Rm is 100 ohms. Now here this is 250 kilo ohms minus 100 ohms, 250,000 ohms minus 100 ohms, that is 249.9 kilo ohms. 250 kilo ohms minus 0.1 kilo ohm. 100 ohm means 0.1 kilo ohm. 250 minus 0.1, 249.9 kilo ohms. Now let us see another example. A basic d'Arsonval movement with a full scale deflection of 50 microamperes and internal resistance of 500 ohms is used as a voltmeter. Determine the value of multiplier resistance needed to measure a voltage in the range of 0 to 10 volts. So the data given is Im is 50 microamperes, Rm is 500 ohms, and V is equal to 10 volts. Now, this problem can be solved as the same example as previous one. So first we find out IM sensitivity S is equal to 1 by 50 microamperes. We will get one value. Once we arrive at the sensitivity, RS is equal to sensitivity into voltage minus RM, as done in this example. Instead of that, it can also be solved by using the basic Kirchhoff's voltage law. From Kirchhoff's voltage law, we have already seen RS is equal to V by IM minus RM, or V minus IM/RM by IM. This formula can also be used to calculate the value of RS. That is our choice. We can do either using sensitivity method or using the basic KCL method. So here RS is equal to V, the full scale voltage range, that is 10, minus IM, the full scale deflection current 50 microamperes. So 50 into 10 power minus 6 into RM 500 ohms divided by IM, once again 50 into 10 power minus 3. It comes out to be here 0.2 into 10 power minus 6. So when this is separated into two fractions, that is 10 by 50 into 10 power minus 6. 10 by 50 is 0.2. 10 power minus 6 in the denominator, when taken to the numerator, it comes out to be 10 power 6. Then second fraction is 50 microamperes into 500 ohms by 50 microamperes. That is 50 into 10 power minus 6 by 50 into 10 power minus 6 into 500. 50 into 10 power minus 6 cancels out in both numerator and denominator, and the simplified form of the second fraction is simply 500 ohms. Now here 0.2 into 10 power 6 minus 500. This can also be written as 200 into 10 power minus 3 minus 500, or else 200 kilo ohms minus 0.5 kilo ohm. 500 ohms can be written as 0.5 kilo ohm. This is written as 200 kilo ohms. So both are in kilo ohms. 200 minus 0.5, 199.5 kilo ohms. That is the multiplier resistance that is used to convert the basic D'Arsonval moment into a DC voltmeter measuring a full range value of 10 volts. Now, see this example. A milliammeter of 2.5 ohms resistance reads up to 10 milliamperes. Calculate the resistance which is necessary to enable it to use as a voltmeter with a full scale range of 10 volts and an ammeter with a full scale range of 10 amperes. The given data here is Im is 100 milliamperes and Rm is 2.5 ohms. First, let us see how it can be used as a voltmeter. We need a multiplier resistor to convert the basic PMMC movement into a voltmeter. And what is the expression for multiplier resistance? Rs is equal to V minus Im Rm by IL. V is available 10 minus Im is available 100 into 10 power minus 3. Rm is available 2.5 divided by Im, that is 100 into 10 power minus 3. 100 into 10 power minus 3 is nothing but 0.1. So here it is given as 0.1. So 10 minus 0.1 into 2.5 divided by 0.1. What is 0.1 into 2.5? 0.25. 10 minus 0.25, 9.75. 9.75 by 0.1, 97.5. So the multiplier resistance required is 97.5 ohms. Now, in order to convert the basic PMMC movement into an ammeter, we need a shunt resistance. And what is the expression for shunt resistance? RSH is equal to IMRM by I minus IM. Im is 0.1, Rm is 2.5 by I is 10 minus Im is 0.1. 0.1 into 2.5 is 0.25 divided by 10 minus 0.1 is 9.9. So here the expression, here the value is 0.25 by 9.9. Let us see what would be the value. 0.25 divided by 9.9. It is 0.02525 and so on. So it can be written as 0.025. And of course, here it is given for 4 digits. But 2 digits are enough because fourth digit is 5. So the third digit can be approximated to 3. So it can be written as 0.0253. Third digit is 3, that is below 5. So the second digit remains as it is. So if we write in 2 digits form, in 3 digits, 0.025, that is sufficient. Anyhow, you can write 0.2525 or you can even write 0.25252525 and so on, whatever is the value as given by your calculator. Next, how the basic PMMC movement can be used as a multi-range ammeter. What we have seen till now is the basic PMMC movement used as a voltmeter for a single range. Now here, how the basic PMMC movement can be used for designing a multi-range voltmeter. As you can see here, here is the basic PMMC movement with an internal resistance of Rm and the full-scale deflection current of Im. 4 resistors are connected to this terminal R1 for a voltage range of V1, R2 for a voltage range of V2, R3 for a voltage range of V3, and R4 for a voltage range of V4. Now, here is the range switch. Positive and negative terminals of the multi-range voltmeter, and positive terminal of the multi-range voltmeter is connected to a range switch. Depending upon the position of this range switch, it can be used to measure any one of the full voltage ranges, full scale voltage ranges. When the switch is in position 1, the voltmeter can measure a maximum of V1 volts. When the range switch is in position 2, the voltmeter can measure a full scale range of V2. When the range switch is in position 3, the voltmeter can measure a full scale range of V3. Similarly, when the range switch is in position 4, the voltmeter can measure a full scale range of V4. So, the same arrangement, by changing the position of the range switch, can be used for the measurement of different full scale ranges V1, V2, V3 and V4. Now let us try to analyze this, and let us try to calculate the values of R1, R2, R3 and R4. The addition of a number of multipliers together with a range switch forms a multi-range voltmeter. Figure 2 shows a multi-range voltmeter using a 4-position switch that we have seen. 4 multipliers R1, R2, R3 and R4 are used for the 4 voltage ranges V1, V2, V3 and V4. The values of the multipliers can be found out by either sensitivity method or by using basic KVL method. Suppose if it is sensitivity method, then R1 is equal to the sensitivity of the galvanometer. It does not change. It depends on the full scale deflection current. 1 by AFSD is sensitivity. So R1 can be straight away written as S into V1 minus Rm. R2 can be written as S into V2 minus Rm. R3 can be written as S into V3 minus Rm. And R4 can be written as S into V4 minus Rm. By using KVL method, when the range switch is in position 1, the multi-range voltmeter acts as a voltmeter with full scale voltage of V1. The value of multiplier resistance R1 is given by the equation R1 is equal to V1 minus IMRM by IM, that is V1 by IM minus Rm. Now here it is quite evident in this equation. What is 1 by Im? 1 by Im is sensitivity, that is S. So S into V1 minus Rm. When the range switch is in position 2, the multi-range voltmeter acts as a voltmeter with full scale range V2. The value of multiplier resistance R2 is given by the equation R2 is equal to V minus IMRM by IM, that is V2 by IM minus RM. Once again, 1 by IM is sensitivity S. So this is S into V2 minus RM. When the range switch is in position 3, the multi-range voltmeter acts as a voltmeter with full-scale voltage of V3. The value of multiplier resistance R3 is given by the equation. R3 is equal to V3 minus IMRM by IM, that is equal to V3 by IM minus RM. 1 by IM is sensitivity, so it is S into V3 minus RM. Next, when the range switch is in position 4, the multi-range voltmeter acts as a voltmeter with full-scale range of V4. The value of multiplier resistance R4 is given by the equation. R4 is equal to V4 minus IMRM by IM, that is equal to V4 by IM minus RM. 1 by IM is sensitivity S, so S into V4 minus RM. Now, let us take a simple design example. Design a multi-range voltmeter using the basic PMMC movement having full-scale deflection current Im is 1 milliampere and internal resistance Rm is equal to 50 ohms. The voltage range ranges are V1 is equal to 1 volt, zero to 1 volt, V2 is equal to 0 to 10 volts, V3 is equal to 0 to 20 volts, and V4 is equal to 0 to 50 volts. In order to solve this design example, the formulae are already available. R1 is equal to V1 by Im minus Rm, R2 is equal to V2 by Im minus Rm, R3 is equal to V3 by Im minus Rm, R4 is equal to V4 by Im minus Rm. So R1 is equal to, here what is V1? V1 is 1 volt. So 1 by 1 into 10 power minus 3 minus 50. That comes out to be 950 ohms. R2 is equal to V2 by Im minus Rm. What is V2? Second range is 0 to 10 volts. So V2 is 10. 10 by 1 into 10 power minus 3 minus 50. That is, this 10 power minus 3 when goes to the numerator, it is 10 power 3. So 10,000 minus 50, that is 9,950. R3 is equal to V3 minus IMRM by IM, or V3 by IM minus RM. V3 is 20 volts by 1 into 10 power minus 3 minus 50, that is 20 into 10 power 3, that is 20,000 minus 50, that is 19,950 ohms. Next, R4 is equal to V4 minus Im Rm by Im, that is V4 by Im minus Rm. V4 is the fourth voltage range is 50, 0 to 50. So V4 is 50. 50 by 1 into 10 power minus 3 minus 50, that is 50 into 10 power 3, that is 50,000 minus 50. So its value is 49,950 ohms. Now, it can be observed from the design example that the resistances required for current limiting in four different ranges are R1 is equal to 950 ohms, R2 is equal to 9,950 ohms, R3 is equal to 19,950 ohms, R4 is equal to 49,950 ohms. As we can observe, all these values are odd values which are not commercially available in market. So when they are not commercially available, they have to be manufactured or fabricated separately for this particular design. This increases the cost of fabrication, and hence this type of design is seldom used, that means rarely used, or we can say not used in the design of a multi-range voltmeter. Next, we will see another practical circuit for the design of a multi-range voltmeter in a few minutes.